guys, it's Vicki with Purposeful Talks. Now, the same way that I challenged you, a couple of members challenged me last week to do a Facebook Live. I tried it so many times, about 4 or 5 times. Okay, really 3 times, but it didn't go through. But I really want to revisit it because it seemed like it would be something fun for us to do to add to the group. I also encourage you guys to come on and do some Facebook Lives as well, but we'll talk about that another time. What I wanted to focus on was our topic for last week, which was protecting yourself. So, having a business or starting a new one is oftentimes compared to having a baby. You have this great idea, you have this vision, you know what you wanted to accomplish. Now, to make it uniquely yours, you think about a name and a logo, colors and shapes, and all of that. And you also come up with a slogan or a catchphrase that best describes your business. Now, when we think about more established brands, like we know that the yellow golden arches with the red background, we know that's McDonald's. The swoosh or the just do it phrase, we know that that's Nike. Um, the apple for the Apple Company. And of course, for our coffee lovers, the green with the white lines to be Starbucks. Now, as soon as you see those logos or hear these catchphrases, you automatically know what they're affiliated with. Now, what do they all have in common? Yes, they're established brands, but also they're all trademarked. So just as you, even though you're not as big as them yet, you still should trademark your name or your slogan or anything that you feel that's uniquely yours. Okay? So, now how can you do that? Now, oftentimes it is suggested that you contact an attorney to help you with the process, but as entrepreneurs, we all know that funds are always running low. So if there are areas where you can cut corners and do things for yourself, I think this is one of them because it's not too difficult, but it does require some elbow grease and some work. All right, but let's go through the process. So, first of all, your name. Your name normally you register through either becoming an LLC, a corporation, or sole proprietor, whatever it is that you decided you wanted to do to set up your business. All right. Now, secondly, we talked about logo and trademark, and logo and also slogan. Now, when it comes to that, you have to be able to describe it, meaning down to the the font size, the color, the way it's situated on the shape, what shape you're using. That's why normally I would suggest that it's something that you draw up yourself or you have somebody draw it up. Now you have to be very careful because oftentimes when we're inspired by someone's work, it gets so close, and if it gets too close, you won't get the approval or you won't be able to register it because basically to them it already exists. Okay. Now another thing is they want to know how have you been using it, meaning do you use it on coffee mugs, on t-shirts, on pens, on letterhead. Have you been using it in speeches? What speeches have you used it in? Basically, because they want to know that it's been in use and that it's yours. So there really isn't a time constraint in regards to when you submit for it. Because maybe if a company or you've been using for something for 20 years and you just now decide that you want to actually trademark it, you can do that. All right. So now this is why it's very important that you don't just design something and then today and then tomorrow you want to trademark it, because one, like I said, they do ask you how you've been using it, but you also want to be able to tweak it a little bit, because over when you use something a little bit and you get feedback from other people, or you just kind of doesn't, you were excited for it about it the first time as soon as you did it, but then after a while you look at it, you sit back, you're like, this should be a little bit different, maybe I should move this word to the beginning of the phrase, or maybe I should just not use that word at all. Okay, so for instance, like with the shoe bee, at first it had a box around a square around the two circles. Now over time, people were like, "Oh, just get rid of it, make it clean, make it make so that they just see the shoe bee." So I'm like, "Okay, fine," and it works, and that's what I actually submitted. Once you contact the USPTO, which is the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and letting them know that you want to submit for a patent or for a trademark, now they will do their due diligence and research as well to make sure that this doesn't exist. It hasn't been used yet, so that they can do the approve it. So that's why normally it takes about 6 months to a year for them to actually approve you. Now, once you submit your application, you're able to use a TM. That basically lets people know that, hey, step off. This is mine. I'm using it. Okay. And normally, sometimes you'll see even sometimes an SM. The SM means service trademarks or service mark, meaning like if you're an attorney or if you're a coach of some sort, whatever type of service you offer, is that you would basically now you put the SM. Now, once it's been approved and you get and you're registered, okay, you'll get a certification in the mail with the gold seal on it that says that your trademark request has been approved. You are now registered. It is yours, and it's yours indefinitely. I'm excited because I remember when I got mine in the mail for Shuby. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to be like, okay, now I can use the R with the circle. Okay, the R with the circle now says that this is registered. It is yours. If you want to use it, don't unless you have my permission. And if you want to use it, you gotta pay me. All right. So now that's what trademarking offers you. Okay, the ability to either stop someone from using your trademark or your phrase that you've secured, or they have to pay you to use it. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, well, just to kind of sum it up, it's about 270. I paid $275, but it ranges between about $225 to $400, depending. It depends on what you're submitting for. Okay, but like I said, my fee that what I paid was $275. Um, it takes about 6 months to a year. Once you submit the application, if the USPTO has questions, they'll contact you and ask you, like, please clarify this, or please fix this, or please be more detailed in this section. But just be ready to do some work. All right. But at the end of the day, it's yours, and it's yours indefinitely, because all you need to do is every 10 years just confirm that you're still in use, that you're still in business, and that you're using the logo or the phrase. All right. Well, guys, thank you. Hope this information was helpful for you. Any questions you have, put them in the comment section. Until next time, bye.